CIMT, crime involving moral turpitude, first thing you need to do is check, is there a conviction? There needs to be either a formal conviction or a plea deal is still a conviction because you're pleading guilty in order to get a deal, right, from the prosecution. Or perhaps you never got fully convicted because of a technicality, but you admitted it to either a judge or to the police, or it could also be an immigration officer. So maybe at CBP or to a consular officer, you admitted to committing the crime, even though there's no formal conviction. All of those things can amount to what immigration terms conviction. Okay, so you have to make sure there's an actual conviction. Now, involving moral turpitude. If it sounds vague, it is, but it's anything that could be morally vile, right? Anything including deceit, intending to harm someone. So, you know, a lot of people are surprised when they hear that a DUI is actually not generally considered a crime involving moral turpitude because there is no intent, right? Because you're inebriated. So you don't have the mental capacity to really understand what you're doing. Now, a DUI with destruction of property, multiple DUIs, that's different. But a first-time simple DUI usually doesn't rise to the level of a crime involving moral turpitude. But shoplifting can rise to a level of moral turpitude. A lot of like white-collar crimes, embezzlement, fraud, deceit, because there is an intent statute there, right? Some of the violent crimes, obviously felonies, assault with a weapon, assault to harm someone, sometimes simple assault, that's borderline, it depends. So when I say it depends, I mean it depends on the specific statute in which you were convicted of. So, you know, criminal law state by state, you have to look at the state criminal code to see what was the actual statute for the conviction. And let's say you were only in prison for a couple days, right? The sentence was very short. Now, immigration says we need to look at the categorical approach. What does that mean? We're not looking at your specific conviction, but we're looking at what is this, or your specific sentence, but we're looking at what does this statute say is the maximum penalty for this crime. Okay, so if it's over a year, then you can't argue it's a petty offense. So there's a lot of analysis that goes into actually analyzing the specific statute. If you're in a situation where you have a run-in with the law, first thing first is to discuss with an immigration attorney to see if you can make sure there is no conviction, or if you are going to be pleading, make sure that it's a statute that is lower, right, to that it doesn't rise to a level of moral crime involving moral turpitude, or if you can fall into one of the exceptions, that would be the ideal situation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're always here to help, and you can contact us by visiting our website or looking at the comment below.